only one started its life in Dublin. That's when I was living in Ireland. The lyrics in the song say, "It can't rain every day." Well, it did. It rained a lot. So, yeah, I guess at the time, around that time is when I first started really getting into blues and stuff, and like really giving it a chance. I think when I was younger, I never really gave blues much of a chance. I was busy wanting to be experimental, or like, blues is so steeped in tradition. And at the time when I was younger, I used to think of it as being really formulaic and kind of boring, or and I think probably my exposure to like, really mediocre, crappy bar blues is probably why I was so turned off by it. It wasn't until I went back and I discovered the really good stuff that that I really started to get into it. But so yeah, that's let's see, Johnny plays on that. Johnny Lawless plays bass on that as well, which, again, really gave it a really wonderful touch. He really did a great job. I think that one was, I think I remember something ridiculous too. There was I think I did this take of like sandpaper. I think I did sandpaper, like wooden blocks and sandpaper, making like a gentle shushing noise throughout that song. You know, just like I said, the layers that I really like to do. There were so many layers. This is a bright spot on the record. It's one of the more hopeful moments. I guess the rest of the record has kind of got a somber, bit of a somber or dark tone, with the exception of the deal, I guess. But this one's a love song. Dave Hadley plays steel on this. Phenomenal job. He really nailed it. I was so happy. Johnny Lawless plays bass. Did a remarkable job as well. I mean, the musicians, I was really lucky to get these great guys in to help flesh these out. Yeah, it's a happy tune, and it's just about persevering and believing that you can still love.
Well, everyone was wrong when they said that love makes you stronger.
So you can tell that I was listening to a lot of classic country around the time that I wrote this one. This is, I guess, of the songs on the record, this is probably one of the newer ones, if that makes sense. It's not new now, of course, but at the time that I was working on the record, it was one of the newer songs. What 7 a.m. Hell I'd written, only one I had written, years prior. So this was one of the new songs, and I was listening to a lot of classic country. I love classic country, so. And it's funny, this story, I guess the Nobody's Fool, the title, came from, I had a pile of magazines from a tattoo shop that somebody gave me. It was like a pile of them, old issues of tattoo magazines. And there was like a pinup girl in one of them that had a tattoo on her ribs, and it said "Nobody's Fool." And I thought, wow, that's a really bold statement, and then I thought of what that actually could mean. It could mean something else entirely. It's kind of a bold, I won't be taken advantage of, and I'm not, not to be underestimated, but, I thought, oh, that phrase could actually mean I'm not loved by anyone, or I'm not in love, or what have you. So that's where that came from.
From this valley, they say you're leaving. We will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile.
Red River Valley, man. So it's a song. It's not my song. It's an old song. It's a pioneer ballad apparently. And I only know this because of where I learned the song from. It's my version of the song. I've never actually heard the proper old timey version of the song. To this day, I still haven't heard it. But I was living in Dublin at the time that I arranged this. I guess you could say, I was living in Dublin at the time, and I went to an art museum, and there was a painting on the wall in this exhibit, and it had the words to the song in the painting. Like I guess it was, if I remember correctly, it was like stencil letters. It was the words to the entire song in the painting. And I was looking at the painting and reading the words, and really got drawn in. I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. And the little placard next to the painting explained that the song was a pioneer ballad. And I sat on the floor of the art museum with my journal, and I copied the words down. I just remember looking at copying the words down and thinking, God, this is really good. And then, yeah, I don't know. I had no plan to make it a song or anything like that. It was already a song anyway. But I was going to songwriter nights a lot in Dublin when I lived there. It's like there would be one or two every week. And like loads of people would go and bring their guitars and try out new songs, and it was a really cool. It was a really cool time to be there, because there was a bunch of people kind of pushing each other, creatively spurring one another on, and I wanted to go to the songwriter night, and I didn't have anything new to play at the songwriter night, so I broke out the journal, and I just started playing that, like the sleepwalk progression. Dun 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 dun. Sounds like the song "Sleepwalk" by Santo and Johnny.